Today we're reviewing a movie that no one has ever seen or heard of, probably ever. Richard Laymon's In the Dark. So keep listening if you want to hear about a movie that literally never got formally released. Yay.
Don't oversell it.
Is this a metal thing?
Yes. Little taste.
David, what is this?
Pretty thick.
Great.
I have to kill a lot of people. Just tell me what you want me to fuck.
I have big tits and a tiny vagina.
Oil me up, Daddy.
I can't believe that Bryce prefers big tits. Mistletoe alert. This is butt country.
This guy was a real jerk.
How long can Hugo be pregnant?
Chomp, 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 a chomp.
Oh, you're such a dick, David.
Okay, everybody, put on your corpse handling gloves.
Ew.
Hoodie Picasso.
Horror.
Hello and welcome to Horror Movie Talk. I'm Sydney Lee and the band is back together. We're all here today. We have Bryce Hansen, obviously, and we have Max Allen, who's incapacitated.
What's this a statement on, Max? Was it the criticism that you received last episode? Was it the criticism that I just gave you about a minute ago? Maybe. Oh, poor Max. Max was berating. Well, both Sydney and Max were saying that, they hated it when I do other things, when I'm trying to look up things and then I just check out of the episode because it makes the episode dead. And then I said,
do that.
Oh, and then I said, what does that say about Sydney and Max?
Well, it's kind of like when you're talking to someone and they go on their phone and they can't hear you when they're on their phone. You know what I mean? And you're like, dude, how can you not hear me? Get off your phone.
Well, I'm usually trying to look up something that will be interesting for the episode. It's just,
and then it's a 12-minute long YouTube video, and you want to.
You know what? Which one do you want? You want me to be entertaining, or do you want me to check out and?
Are you not entertained? Okay, let's talk about the movie though. Let's do this. We're a silly, goofy, but very serious horror movie review show. New theatrical releases always get priority. We also review older horror movies, both good and horrible. Make sure you rate, review, and subscribe on iTunes. Full video available on YouTube. Don't be a square. Make sure to share. Also check out patreon.com/horrormovietalk, the equivalent of the adult section at your video rental store. If you want to add your PE to the community pool, go to horrormovietalk.com or call 682-253-4468 and leave us a voicemail. We've got a great show today. We will be reviewing Richard Laymon's In the Dark from the year 2000. There's another movie from 2013 called In the Dark, so I'm probably going to put 2000 in the title so people know what we're talking about. We'll start up by giving you a brief review and our score for the movie. We score on a scale of 1 to 10. After we give our score, we'll get into... Jeez, I knew that was going to hurt, dude. You got too much hair on your face for that.
Ow.
After we give our score...
I had to burp, and so I had to take it off.
After we give our score, we'll get into spoilers, take a deeper dive into what we liked and hated about the film. I do not know if you guys are going to agree with me. Don't look at what I scored it yet. Don't look. So In the Dark can be found for free on YouTube if you look hard enough. If you Google this movie, if you Google Richard Laymon's In the Dark 2000 movie, it will come up with a Reddit page that you can click on that has a link to a YouTube video.
Okay, let's simplify this. We can just put the link in the description of the video.
Yeah, it's on YouTube under Richard Laymon's space In the Dark.
I didn't want to
Sean
put
Sean Pocock's YouTube channel.
There's two videos of it. Like there's 2 videos on YouTube, but I don't want to put it in the description because what if it gets taken down? That's my worry.
Sydney, tell me this. What made you choose this movie? Out of all the movies we could have reviewed this week, I mean, there's new releases. It's October, so we could have done, an old classic. But you
Halloween
chose,
season.
You chose
a scary movie?
A movie on YouTube with 12,000 views.
That was posted 8 years ago. Hey, and I put all this in my review why I chose it. So I'm gonna just gonna go. And then you can ask me more questions if you need to. All right. So this film follows Jane, a lonely librarian who finds a note at her desk with her name on it and a $50 bill, instructing her to play the game. She is helped by Brace, a new friend, in solving the puzzles and getting double the money every time she finds a new envelope. Jane and Brace quickly find out that she is playing a very dangerous game. Her strength, fortitude, and sanity are strained as she finds out just how far she'll go for cash and the thrill. So I found this movie because of some tweet that had a few hundred likes saying it was some sort of hidden gem. I looked it up and could not find much about it, save a couple articles and Letterboxd reviews. I found a rip of it on YouTube through a Reddit post and told the guys, hey, this is the movie we're going to do this week. It was shot on video, never had a wide release or any sort of release at all. It was made by writer-director Clifton Holmes, along with his brother Dwayne producing, and co-written by Richard Laymon, the author of the book this film is based on. From an article on steamit.com, user modernzorker states that the film is incomplete, not in editing or shooting, but in ADR and sound mixing. Apparently, all the sound we hear was live recordings of each scene.
Yeah, no shit.
Wow.
Well, I know, but I just wanted to add that. Jeez, I was having fun doing my little research. Mm-hmm. With all that said, I love this film. I love finding horror that is so underground that even though this movie was posted for free on YouTube 8 years ago, it only has 12,000 views. It has 1.6K watches on Letterboxd. It basically doesn't exist. While you're watching it, you feel like it shouldn't exist. I don't say that to mean that it is a so-called cursed film like the movie Antrim claims to be. I mean that it probably shouldn't exist, and it almost doesn't. The only way to watch it is in 240p on YouTube, or buy a DVD rip of it from some dude on eBay claiming he's the only one that sells them. And yes, listener, I did buy it for 9 great British pounds. It basically isn't real. It's hard to watch in 240p. I was begging for at least 480, but you get what you get when you want to watch something like this. The low quality adds to the uneasiness and uncertainty of the film's vibe, but at some point it just sucks not being able to discern what is happening, mostly when they are shooting at night. I'll
just find some examples of the quality of the image that we were watching as you speak.
Okay.
Sometimes it would do that thing where, like, a shot will linger on something as if we're supposed to be seeing something scary, and I'm like,
that's true.
I see nothing. There's nothing.
I was watching the first half on my phone, and honestly,
we're gonna get so much fucking hate for that. Don't say that out loud. People get so mad when we do that, Brian.
Okay, how about let me finish a sentence. It's actually better on the phone because the low quality of the video is less pronounced and the phone screen is brighter than my TV screen. And so I could actually make out some things. I watched the last half on my TV. It was a fucking nightmare. Like, it looked like the resolution of some of like the dark scenes was like, it was less detailed than if you is zoomed in on like a Minecraft texture. It was just literally rectangles of varying levels of dark.
Yeah. And can you believe that, like, we dead ass used to watch stuff in 240p like 20 years ago? Like, we dead ass did this. Like,
Not
and
me.
it was like fine.
I didn't start watching movies till I was 22. My gosh.
I mean, this is good stuff here. Can't you tell what's going on? There's
Stop
okay,
spoiling
there's a car.
it. Stop.
There's yeah.
Stop.
It was bad. It was
Okay,
very, very bad.
Can I finish my review? God damn it. All the lore aside, I think this film is excellent. It reminds me of Blair Witch and Clerks in the way it is shot. With a limited budget, we only see the aftermath of gore instead of the action happening, which I think works in its favor. You feel the dread alongside Jane, but she is also a very unflinching, dedicated protagonist. She is brave, and you know that she is from the start. There's almost no music in this movie, which I now know why, save for a few moments of characters listening to music, and every time we see our main antagonist, a crescendo of guitars rises to the front. The only other time we hear sound other than voices is when Jane is playing Silent Hill on her PlayStation. We hear the footsteps of Harry Mason running through the endless fog. This film is creepy, wacky, captivating, and so much more fun knowing that you're probably one of the only people in your generation to ever have watched this. It was such a treat and tonally great for spooky season. It's slow at first, but as the tension builds, it just goes off the rails in the best possible ways. It's a crazy movie. Look up Richard Laymon's In the Dark on YouTube to watch it. You will not regret it. I'm giving this a perfect 10. I loved this. I had a really fun time.
You're going to make Bryce crash out.
I did. Bryce, you're too pretentious.
I know, like, sometimes I just know when I've made the right choice. And, you know, including Sydney on the podcast is a great decision because he is possibly the only person more pretentious and up their ass about films than I am. And this is just a great example. This is just like objectively a bad movie. No, you know, I'll say it like it's not a bad movie. It was good. Like I enjoyed it. The story is fantastic. The writing's really good. It's very reminiscent of late 90s, 2000s writing that's very dialogue driven. It's very like, you know, it's not a lot of like character development necessarily, but very concept driven through dialogue. You know, you mentioned Clerks, a lot of indie movies at the time, even like Tarantino, Pulp Fiction. I thought of like Fight Club, a lot of dialogue deep, talking about the implications of what's going on. And in that sense, it's very high quality. Everything else about it is low quality. The acting sometimes is good, but a lot of the times is god awful. That phone call with the mom was so distracting.
The mom was bad. Like, yeah.
It was so distracting in quality. It was like, and that's where it like really pulls you out because a lot of the quality is student film level or lower. And that includes the direction. I mean, obviously, like, it was
shot on video, so it's like someone had a camcorder in their hand and was like, here's the movie. So I get it. No, I get it. Keep going,
and it's old enough to like where it's a question of, was this a choice? You know, was it a stylistic choice to shoot it on video, or was it just what they could do? Because it was still like at the tail end of doing things on video is okay, because I'm not sure the quality or accessibility of digital video at that point when this was shot. So yeah, I mean, it's not, it's barely, you know, a legit movie in terms of its production, but is, you know, genuinely interesting and a good script. It's one of those movies where I watch and I'm like, what if David Fincher had this? What if they had just $10 million to make this movie? They could have made it into the theaters.
David Fincher?
Huh? Yeah, who's David Fincher?
It's no. It's a horror movie. Like David Fincher, you shouldn't, come on, Mags.
You don't think David Fincher could make a good horror movie?
I mean, he doesn't really make horror movies.
Okay. Seven, The Game, Zodiac,
Gremlins,
Alien 3.
Yeah. But I mean, those I would say are psychological thrillers. I guess this could be a psych thriller if he did it, it would be a psych thriller.
How is it not a psychological thriller?
I thought it was pretty much a horror movie, like pretty straightforward. No? No?
No, I mean, I see it as a psychological thriller.
Bryce, don't you remember the part where the ghost pops up and says boo?
Well, I mean, yeah, I could see the psych thriller route. I don't know. I don't know if David Fincher would be my first thought, but okay.
Well, I mean, it's just an example. Yes, there's any number of
Gremlins.
Okay. He didn't
Oh, he
Gremlins.
didn't do Gremlins.
Well, I mean, didn't David Fincher do The Game? Like, isn't that basically the same movie?
Yeah, I was thinking about The Game. Did he?
Who did The Game?
I don't know if it was him. Oops, I just typed that into the document.
The Game was directed by David Fincher.
Huh.
And look how good. See, I'm good. I'm smart. I'm not dumb like they say.
I mean, I forgot, but yeah, it did remind me of The Game, obviously, because it's about a game.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, everything else just made it borderline unwatchable. Like some of the acting, the video was awful. I don't know how much it is the quality of the YouTube video versus just video.
Well, I'm getting the DVD from England, so I'll tell you what the quality is on that.
I mean, it's a pretty bold move to shoot things on video in mostly dark settings. Like video is not a very high fidelity format, and there's just a lot of noise in it. So if you're going to be shooting in the dark, it's rough, especially if you don't have, proper lighting. And then the sound was, it's a great masterclass in how important sound is, because if they had done decent mastering and sound editing, the video would not be as distracting, in my opinion. Like it betrays itself so much because there's scenes. It's like when you see a super, super duper low budget movie and they're in a scene outside and their voices are muted because they're not facing the microphone on the camera. And you hear the background sound of just like nature, of like the crickets and road sound and the wind. And then it switches shots, to like be in front of them versus back of them. And you can hear the change in the background sound because it's changed slightly. So like the white noise, there's a cut in the white noise that accompanies it. No,
I didn't notice that.
Here, let me replicate it.
I guess
that's actually pretty accurate, Max. That's exactly what did you notice it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's a lot of quality things that are unfortunate. I wish it was better, but I could see this be, a high quality movie, and it deserves like a remake. And it'd be kind of fun. Maybe that's The Game. At the end, we should talk about, what we would do with the remake, who we would cast, who we would hire as director and stuff. That could be fun. Yeah. Because I have ideas already. But yeah, as far as like, a movie, I don't know. I'd give it a 4 out of 10 just because of the quality of it. The actual movie and plot was interesting. It's an interesting concept, but it just cannot overcome 240p or whatever we watched it in.
240p. Yeah, we did. I also wanted to add that I read some stuff that like the book that this is based on is basically like a James Patterson-esque author. So it's like kind of just like slop. It's like a slop kind of book. And people who had read the book and also watched the movie said that the changes that they made for this movie like make the book look like it was like fucking The Shining or something. So the book's probably really bad. Like I just wanted to add that. But
wait, it made the book look like The Shining, but The Shining is a good book.
No, that's what I'm saying is that the changes for the movie were so good that like you wouldn't know that the book was bad.
You'd compare it to the adaptation from book to movie of The Shining. I see.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
Max?
Well, it's kind of right up my alley in a way because I am really interested in online horror that you can just like stumble upon that seems almost like it could be something real, but I mean, obviously this is a movie, it's not real, but I like the idea of stumbling upon things online and finding something creepy. In fact, I try to send Bryce and Sydney stuff like that sometimes, and I just get no response, and it kind of hurts my feelings. But that's all to say that I like this sort of thing. I think the pacing was really, really good. I wasn't like checking the clock or anything. And it was like an hour and 45 minutes. So it wasn't a short film. But yeah, the pacing just kept me engaged throughout the whole thing. I don't even think the beginning is that slow, to be honest. Like maybe when she's walking around the library for the first like 2 minutes, like, yeah, it's like, where's this going? And what's, I'm tired of watching this woman in silence walk around the books. But it gets going and it doesn't stop the whole time. The acting is not great, especially Brace. I did not like Brace. He just didn't do it for me. Every time he was on screen, it wasn't believable. The main actress, I don't know her name. She's, in my opinion, not like the most conventionally attractive, but everyone in the movie just thinks she's like so hot. But
well, there was a line that I thought was like so underhanded. They're like, "You're relatively attractive." Like it wasn't like you're an attractive woman. It's like you're passably attractive.
She reminded me of like Maggie Gyllenhaal, which I think Maggie Gyllenhaal is beautiful, but she kind of looked like her a little bit.
Yeah, you know who she reminded me of most? The first name that came to mind when she appeared on screen. I was like, wow, she looks like Emo Phillips. Blank stares. Blank stares.
Who the actual fuck is that, Bryce? Like, for real, like.
You don't know who Emo Phillips is?
Oh, gosh.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, come on. Is this not
just
Jane?
The hairstyle, I guess.
It's more than the hairstyle. It's very facial resemblance.
Well, look, that's all to say. I think by the end I got it because she's got some aura to her that, like, I by the end I'm like, yeah, I get why all these men are attracted to her and stalking her and asking her if she'll sleep with them for $500.
So yeah, that was the other one that was underhanded. It's like, you wouldn't sleep for a $500? So you, okay, lady. It's like
she already made like 30 grand. Why would she give a fuck about 500
no spoilers.
bucks? Okay,
no spoilers.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a tough one for me to score just because I did really like it, and I like this sort of like hidden gem online secret movie. So I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 because I had a really good time, but there's some glaring problems with the movie for sure.
Very big spread. I love a big spread. Bryce, I think you're being too pretentious about this. I think, Max, you're probably more of a regular score for this movie, and I think I'm like extreme. Like, but
I mean, if it was horror story talk, like, yeah, I'd give it a 10 out of 10. It was a great story. But it's a movie. And as a movie, it's awful.
Are you hearing that? Are you hearing the sirens?
Yeah, a little
in the background. Fuck.
I mean, as a movie, it's objectively bad. It's a low quality, terrible production. And so it is not enjoyable. Like, I mean, even just like the shot selection, it's like all very, it's similar to these, D movies that you find on Amazon where it's like obviously the only access to a set they had was a hotel room that they rented and a state park. Like everything's outside or inside one room.
They put where they shot the whole movie at the end in the credits. If you watch the credits, they put all the locations that they shot, which I thought was really cool.
It's not quite that bad, but it's that level of production and that level of like shot composition.
I'm gonna say something, Bryce. You've been like really bitchy for the past couple weeks, like especially over text. I feel like you're something's going on. I feel like you've been especially haterish lately. I feel that way.
Cite your sources.
Bryce, do you feel especially bitchy lately?
You've been very contrarian, I think, to what we've been saying.
Yeah. Hello, my name is Bryce Hansen. It's nice to meet you. Yes, of course I'm. That's my thing.
I just thought, I don't know if there's extra stuff going on or something. The Salvation Army's like fucking you or something.
Well, yeah, they did a little bit, but
they did. I know, but I don't know. I just feel like that, and I feel like we love controversy on the pod. It makes for good content, but
and and Bryce, your bitchiness, has that influenced your score today?
Yeah, obviously. I'm a little bitch. I'm just being a little bitch all week.
Well, you didn't even get that when you first started this movie. You were like 2 minutes in, and I don't even want to watch this.
Well, yeah, because I could tell the level of quality that I was getting into, and it was an hour and 48 minutes long.
I will say that neither of you have really been replying to my text lately, so maybe there's just
because you're sending texts that make it sound like you're going insane. You're just talking about
I responded to your text about MK Ultra. I did, and then you didn't respond.
This is the problem with you kids.
I sent 3 texts last night.
How am I supposed to respond to? In Vietnam, the U.S. government tried to pacify the country village by village using strategic hamlet program, basically creating villages where there was no or little Viet Cong influence. They tried more extreme experiments where they completely isolated villages or groups of villages, allowing absolutely nobody to enter or exit for periods of 4 years. In some of the villages, people simply starved to death. In other, more self-sufficient villages, the people managed to scrape by. It was noted that in many of the villages, this technique was tried, Messianic or millenarian movements sprang up. In 16 separate instances, villages were able to independently invent flesh interfaces and non-electric portals. And it was surmised that these villages were being collectively dosed with LSD for long periods of time, and their intellectual mutations allowed for these advances. The flesh interfaces were eventually destroyed by the North Vietnamese army at terrible costs in lives.
So,
what am I supposed to respond with that?
Bryce, we were talking about LSD.
Okay.
We were talking about it. I'm just extending the conversation a little bit.
I will say, my bad. I should have responded to the videos that you sent. I was out last night, but I should have responded to the videos that you sent. They were very cute.
No. You don't have to pretend. I get it.
I was out last night. I'm sorry.
You were out. Bryce was being bitchy.
I do have a special interest in the Vietnam War, so I should have answered, but I did not, and that's my bad. That's my bad, and I'm taking accountability for that.
See, now I'm just gonna stop texting because anytime you respond to me from here on out, I'm gonna think they just pity me.
Don't say that. No, I don't pity you. I don't pity you at all. Okay, should we keep going?
I just don't know how I'm supposed to respond to that. Like, I don't know what the proper response is, because it's not part of the conversation to just copy paste giant text blocks of conspiracy theory shit.
It's not conspiracy, it's real.
What's a flesh interface?
It's
we were talking about it.
It's like a door made of human flesh.
A door to what?
The other.
I told you.
The ether.
All right.
We were talking about this the other day.
And I'm supposed to have like a normal conversation about this? What it makes me worried about is your mental health. That's what my response would be like. Max, are you okay?
I'm fine.
How many monsters have you had today?
You know, yesterday I had a few too many, but this is the first one today.
Okay.
What was that bread that your wife made? It looks good. Was it monkey bread?
It was an apple cinnamon bread, I think.
Looks really good.
Okay. Anyways, let's get on with this.
Okay. All right, guys. Happy day. If you're listening to these commercials, you should know that you don't have to. Go to our Patreon at patreon.com/horror movie talk. We have a lot of fun over there. I still need to post the September patron pick, and I'm so sorry to everyone who's waiting for that. I did not edit it yet, but it's coming. Creepshow 2. It was great. It was a great little review. Also check out our shop at horrormovietalk.com. We have a lot of cool stuff over there. Order a sweatshirt, order a shirt, order some stickers. And of course, check out our resident artist, Dustin Goebel. He's the best. He also has his, medieval sci-fi comic out, Forrain, FORRAEIN, on Instagram and Patreon. It's the best. Go check it out. I tag the account on Instagram on every single one of our posts, so you can go over and find it there. And we have it recommended on our Patreon, and also his regular Instagram is DGOEBEL00, and you can contact him to commission artwork, and tell him that we sent you. And why are you laughing?
Nothing. I'm just being a little bitch over here. That's all.
Oh my God. 682-253-4468 is our voicemail line. So thanks again for listening. Let's get into spoilers.
Oh.
It's because of the bitchiness.
I like that you guys are accusing me of being bitchy the last week, and all you guys are being is little bitches about me not responding to texts.
Bryce, I'm not actually accusing you of anything. I'm making fun of Sydney for saying that.
No, I don't know. I just thought you were being extra contrarian. I know that you're contrarian. I know who you are, but I thought you were being a little extra.
How does it feel when Bryce is contrarian to something you say, Sydney?
I mean, it depends on the context, I guess.
You say, I don't want to go to work today. My boss is not being nice to me, and I just want to stay home and play Silent Hill. And Bryce says, hey, don't do that.
Pretty bold move, having had 2 weeks post off
You
from
did say
work.
that, but I don't think I fought with you about it. I was just like, no, I stayed home.
No,
I'm
you just
still working.
internalized, and it's like, Bryce is being a little bitch today.
That was 3 weeks ago. That's not what I mean. I don't know. I have to.
Okay. In actuality, this is what I was laughing at because I was reading the subtitles.
I had quite a laugh today at the expense of the service station attendant. He was attempting to scrape the bird droppings off my windshield, and I never let on that they were on the inside.
That's all.
Oh,
what is that?
That's Emo Phillips. He's hilarious. I'm genuinely surprised you don't know who Emo Phillips is. I thought it's in the same lane as Weird Al and
Oh, because Weird Al's really huge with our generation.
what's his name? Who's the guy that did that? Who's the director with the thin mustache?
John Waters?
John Waters. It's a alternative comedy, alternative scene. Emo Phillips was big part of it at the same time.
See, when you say stuff like this, this is your equivalent of what I texted last night. I don't know what to say.
Well, you know who John Waters is, right?
I obviously
Max
do.
doesn't know who John Waters is.
I've seen John Waters in person. I've seen him do an interview in person.
Sydney knows
Brookline.
who John Waters is.
I love John Waters.
He's a big fan of David Lynch. Emo Phillips
now,
is
not only do I need to know who
adjacent.
David Lynch is, I need to know who his fans are. This is getting too much for me.
No, he's talking about me.
I'm talking about Sydney is a big fan of these people in the alternative realm of pop culture in the 80s, 90s. And Emo Phillips is a big kind of alternative comic before alt comedy.
There's like the gay alt world, and then there's like that. I don't know if Emo Phillips is part of the gay alt world. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, if I'm thinking of gay alt stuff, I'm thinking of like John Waters and David Lynch and all that.
So is
shit.
alternative comedy, like in regular comedy, you're supposed to be funny, but alternative comedy, you're like not funny, but in kind of a funny way?
Yeah, you got to give him a chance. Emo Phillips is funny. He's a weird guy. He's kind of on the realm
he's
of
comparative
like
to Weird Al. So of course he's weird.
Are you saying Weird Al isn't hilarious and fantastic?
Oh, actually, can I
Fight
A
me.
few Weird Al songs.
Can I say something about Weird Al? Last night I was at a comedy show, and it was like a comedy competition, and my friend was in it, and there were like 16 different comics. It was like so long, and there was like a panel of judges who were local comics, and one of the guys who was like 50 years old, who was on the panel, was like, should we just get Weird Al in here and have him like do like prop comedy? And not a single person in the entire bar laughed, because we are too young for Weird Al. So that is
but Weird Al doesn't do prop comedy. He's a parody musician.
He definitely does prop comedy, right?
I've only seen his music.
I mean, I don't know what he did for stand-up. He obviously did stand-up, but
He
Did he?
didn't. No,
I thought
Weird
he
Al didn't
did.
do stand-up.
well, then whatever joke that guy was trying to make, I didn't understand.
He was
it. No one
probably
else-
thinking of Carrot Top, and that's why it fell flat.
Oh, he did say Carrot Top. See, I don't even know who I'm talking
Sydney, you're just making up memories.
about. I am. I was too high last night. Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah, Carrot
speaking
Top
of
is a
Weird
pretty
Al,
dated
goes on to
reference
say
to this
something that
movie.
has nothing to do with Weird Al.
They're both like, they look the same in my head.
They do not look the same. They both look weird and crazy, but
All right, moving on. I'm introducing our younger listeners to Emo Phillips, and I think they should check him out because he is funny. And
I
he
think
looks
that
exactly
our younger
like Jane in
listeners should
this
go
movie.
read up on the Vietnam War.
You should watch Born on the 4th of July. That's a great Vietnam War movie. It's really, really good.
So let's talk about this movie.
Yeah. So what also is a really good movie is this movie. So I didn't put a lot of notes because I didn't take notes when I was watching it. But at the beginning, it's like you said, like there's 2 minutes of like Jane being bored at the library and like doing bored 90s shit. Because, you know, there's no cell phone. She's not on TikTok. She's making little boats with pencils and erasers and doing this shit. And then she like walks away from her seat and comes back, and there's an envelope with her name on it. And it says something about like there's a little riddle on it. And it says, from the master of games. There's $50 in it. She's like, oh shit. So she tries to like solve the riddle, and she meets Brace. Terrible name, man. Like really, really crazy that your name is Brace. And she does say that. She's like, your name is Brace? Really? Like that's your name? And he's like, yes. And he helps her with the clue, and she finds $100 in a new envelope with $100 and another riddle. And Brace helps her solve it. And this one gets like a little bit weirder. She has to like do trespassing, which, not a destructive crime, but still a crime in itself. So it's a little iffy, but she trespasses and she has to climb this thing, and she finds another envelope, and that has $200 in it.
Real quick, I wanted to ask Bryce, because you brought up a good point, Sydney. What was it like going to work without a phone that could play TikTok? Because I think, like, obviously everyone likes to be like, no, you're not supposed to be on your phone at work.
We didn't have TikTok when we were teenagers, Mags.
Yeah, I had
You
a
didn't
phone
go to
and I
work
would-
either.
I think, yeah.
I worked.
I didn't. I had one job when I was a teenager. Well,
I had like 20.
One like serious job. But I think now it's like pretty, everyone knows, yeah, we're all on our phone a decent amount of the day. But yeah, bring me back, Grandpa. What was that like?
Jesus Christ.
Well, children, gather round. Yeah, we didn't have the phone, but a lot of the time you had a computer and you did have access to the internet. And so you would find your way to MySpace and update your profile with GIFs.
With GIFs.
And then
GIFs have come back around for me. I always thought they were like an old head thing to do, but now sometimes I send them and I just think I'm the funniest person ever.
GIFs are great.
GIFs are coming back.
Yeah, and you just you'd stare out into space a lot.
Okay.
And you would go and take a shit. That's like a standard, You shit on company time and just really milk it.
Go and take a shit.
Um
How'd you take a shit without your phone? Like, man, that sucks.
Yeah, now we're really getting into the weeds.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Need like a magazine, right? Because we used to have magazines at my house growing up on the back of the toilet.
Right. Yeah.
Like I used to read Us Weekly when I was 10. Like,
yeah, that was a staple.
Uh-huh.
Catalogs, much pastime had with the Sears catalog in my youth, and the shampoo bottles, conditioner. You'd read the back of those.
Sometimes I'm afraid to get into the shower because I know I can't watch YouTube in there.
Oh my god!
Ever since Bryce gave me YouTube Premium, man, I've been a demon on that thing.
Wait, mine stopped working. I had to sign up myself.
No, I still got it. I still got it for free.
What the fuck?
And it's
I don't know.
I've been a demon on YouTube lately. There's always an AirPod in my ear, and I'm always got a video playing.
Did you change the profile that you were using or something?
No. It just said like you don't have YouTube Premium anymore, and I was like, okay, cool.
That's weird.
It's all right. I have one free month right now, so I've been using that. But yeah, I don't know. So we can figure that out later.
Back to the movie though. I thought it was kind of weird how at first the envelopes had like riddles in them, but then like 3 or 4 envelopes into the movie, it just starts being like, just go to this house and do this thing.
I guess I didn't really notice that, but like that is what happens. I think it was after she gets thrown up in her own mouth by that guy is when the envelopes started to get like non-riddly, because I think the game master, this is like, whatever. He gets mad that she's, bringing Brace along, and he says ditch Brace in the one where she gets thrown up on. And so I think after that he just gets pissy and he doesn't want to play anymore, and he's like, just go to this house. I can't stand it. Like that was my little logic there. But yeah, he tells her to like ditch Brace. When she gets thrown up in her mouth, that was so fucking disgusting. And I like how they like make her like take a shower for a long time. Like, yeah, that's exactly what you'd do. You'd be like, wow, this was the most disgusting thing ever.
Well, but the real question was why was she getting her mouth so close to that guy's mouth? Like,
she was trying to see if he was alive.
Yeah, but why would you put your mouth next to it though?
Yeah, she beat him up.
Yeah, but like, I don't know, put your hand over his mouth or something.
Well, she was going to probably try to do CPR, I was assuming.
Well, that would make more sense if they did that, but they didn't.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, so at that point, yeah, like Brace was like hanging out with her after like the second or third envelope, and she was like, he obviously like is into her, and she's kind of like, no one's good enough for me. Like that's kind of like her thing, is like she's very picky with men and stuff. So she gets told to ditch Brace. I think, yeah, it was in the envelope where that guy was stealing it because he found the money, and she was like, I don't even care about the money. Can you just give me the note? Like, I need the next riddle. And then that's when that whole thing happens. And she does ditch Brace. She's kind of rude to him. She's like, don't come around anymore. Like, I don't want to see you. Right? It's like something like that.
Well, not quite, because at this point, she is into him. She's just not like as forward as he is. She's more reserved. And so she tells him that she didn't get a riddle when she actually did. So
to go to the house, right?
Yeah. So so she tells him that so that he stops asking about the riddles and stops trying to be a part of it. But she still keeps talking to him and like dating him for a few days before the house. It was really in the house where they had their big fight and she told him not to come by.
Right. And was that before? No. Oh, was it? Okay. So was the order? I like forget because I watched this like 3 days ago, which is like crazy that I forgot. I should have taken notes. Was the order like she tells him she's going to that party, but it ends up like being the guy's servant, and then the next one is when she goes and lays in the chalk in the haunted house.
So
okay, yeah.
Help me understand this, because while I was watching this, I didn't understand the party one. So she gets the envelope. It has a riddle, or not a riddle, but it says like, go to this house. And she tells Brace, I didn't get a thing, but I am busy tomorrow night. So she goes to that house. No, but before she types something up on the computer. And I was confused on what that was. What was she typing?
So she got a note to say, go to this house and give the owner of this house this note. And so she typed up the exact same note as a copy.
She was typing it up for...
I don't know why she did that. I don't have an answer. She made a copy of the note is basically what she did. I don't know if she did that for like evidence purposes or like she wanted to keep the other one, the original one. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was just confused because she goes to this house and basically knocks on the door and a man answers and she's like, I'm supposed to be your servant for the next like 4 hours or whatever. And the guy's obviously very weirded out. He doesn't know what's going on. But she goes in and he sits her down and they kind of just talk for a little bit. And it's a decent interaction. Like the dialogue is really good. I liked that there was this element of like, well, the note wasn't like super explicit, but the implication is that he's there or she's there to have sex with them, right? Like,
right.
Yeah. So this is the note. My friend. So this is what she handed to the guy. My friend, I will never be able to thank you properly for what you've done. Please greet my servant, Jane. She is yours to use until midnight. She will do anything. Enjoy. So
it's like implied that, you know, this is a prostitute, right? And they even say that, like her or the guy says something like that. But I really
it's implied free use.
Right.
Yeah.
And I really did like this scene a lot because there's a lot of tension here where it's not like she's scared or anything, but she's kind of like, you know, she will do anything because she's really having fun playing this game. Like she's making a lot of money and she's really dedicated to playing this game. And even hiding it from Brace, like by, you know, what she said, like that she's, you know, there's no riddle and stuff. Like she's like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do whatever because I like, you know, she likes playing this game. She likes the money. She likes the thrill of it. And the guy is just kind of like, this is weird. And like, yeah, like you're hot, but like, I don't want to like sleep with you. I feel like that's weird. Like we can be friends after you're done with this game. I have no idea what this is. And I really liked how this didn't come back either. Like it kind of set the tone that like the rest of the movie is going to be really weird. Like this is kind of the turning point where it's like, she will do anything that these notes say. Like this is crazy. I would never, like, who's going to show up to a stranger's house and be like, yeah, I'm your servant. I'll do whatever you want. And it kind of like is like the tip of the iceberg. And then it's all like downhill from here.
Well,
and I really like that.
That's the best part of what the movie is kind of trying to say. I mean, I don't know if there's like a super strong message, but a message that I would take from it is that like, yeah, if you're poor, you'll do some really terrible things for money because you are desperate. And
right,
like if you have money, like it, or like enough to live comfortably, you don't understand the desperation of like, oh, this is a way to make easy cash and it's a little dangerous. Like, yeah, I'm going to go for it. And I think that there's probably a surprising amount of people who would do crazy stuff like this for money.
And even
well,
after...
it's the seduction of it. Cause like it starts out innocent. It's literally like a scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, go find it on the horse in the park. And they're like, hey, there's a horse in the park with a note on it and contains like $200. And then the next time it's like, hey, go to this abandoned house. And there's $400. And it's like just the, the corrupting force of the promise of a lot of money. Like she instantly does the calculation of like, if I do this for 5 more days, I'm going to have like $64,000. Like,
Right.
And then it just ramps up to more awkward and dangerous situations to the point where you're put in a house of horrors with, insane people.
That part
don't-
was actually pretty scary.
Yeah, I want to get to that. But yeah, I think like I agree with you guys. Like it's the capitalist greed of it all. It's like when you're poor, you will do anything for money for the most part. Jesus Christ, with this guy, Bryce, who gives a fuck? Like I can't. Like,
tell me it's not even close. Like, I mean,
yeah, sure.
All right, moving on.
But like it's this capitalist greed, right? Like you're poor, you'll do anything for money. But then she makes like, after she goes to the quote unquote like haunted house, she makes like 12 grand. And it's like, okay, you think she would like stop, but she's like, no, I need more. And it's like, once you get money, it's never enough. And she just wants to keep going. But yeah, so then the next one, like she tells Brace at this point that she's done. She's done playing the game or something like that. And then she gets, the next note, and it says like, go to this quote unquote haunted house and like find like the next note. And then it tells her she gets a gun, tells her to put on this dress and lay in an outline of like a chalk outline of like a dead body for all night. Right. Like that's what it basically said. And Brace follows her there. She gets really mad because she's like, I can't complete the thing if you come. Like, you're and he's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, he's like, you're literally laying on the floor in this slutty dress with a gun in your hand, like, in this creepy house. Like, you shouldn't be doing this. And she's like, you don't get it. It's crazy.
I'm surprised he was so upset in this scene. And, maybe it's just me personally, but like, he came across very like, I'm the man and you'll do what I say in this scene. And you could take it as like, he's very worried for her and wants her to stop doing this thing that's like crazy. But at the same time, I feel like laying down in an abandoned house and taking a nap is like not that dangerous. I don't know. Like you guys are looking at me like I'm crazy. I would do that for that amount of money.
Yeah, but she's putting on this like sexy
You are
dress.
Put on a sexy dress.
Obviously
and lay
not
down
a
in the abandoned
woman.
house.
Yeah, this is like a really like she could, get assaulted. Like that's what the implication is that like the game master, the master of games is probably going to come in and like fuck her in her sleep. Like that's
the implication?
like, that's what I thought. Did you not think that? You didn't think that?
Listen, all I'm saying, and I'm not a woman, so I don't understand. It's obviously different. But if I was at this point in the game and the note was like, go lay down in this haunted, quote unquote, haunted house that's abandoned, put on a slutty dress and fall asleep, I'd be like, sure. That's way easier than being someone's servant till midnight.
But she already did the servant thing, so I guess like this isn't a far off jump. I understand what you mean by that, but at the same time, like Brace finding her, like I think he has an appropriate freak out. Like I think that's a completely valid.
I think
freak out.
if I was Brace in that situation, I would have been like, obviously this is crazy and you shouldn't do this. But if you're going to do this, at least let me like sit in my car outside and like.
But he
watch.
couldn't. That he and after that happened, like she goes home, right? And then she comes back and she like screams into the void, like I came back, I did it, like where's my next note? And then she doesn't hear anything from the master of games for days. And
there was a note in her pants when she got dressed again.
Oh, right. Forgot about that. When is the next one?
I think from Brace's perspective, it's like he went on 3 lighthearted dates and accompanying Jane with like a scavenger hunt. And he's like, haha, this is weird, but we're getting to know each other. Like, it sounds like we're, compatible. And he feels like he's, making a new girlfriend. And then he finds out she's dressing up according to someone's wishes and putting herself in a murder scene.
Right.
I think it's an appropriate response to be like, Jane, fucking stop. What are you doing? Like, stop this. This is insane at this point.
Yeah, and I mean that's kind of what he does, but it's more like I guess the way he did it was a little off-putting to me, because it wasn't like, stop this, what are you doing? It was like, you're coming with me and you're not doing this anymore because I said so. Like,
right, because she looks insane, like she's doing dangerous stuff and she doesn't realize how. Yeah, in terms of like how scary this is, women get scared going on a walk in their own neighborhood alone.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Like, it's contrast that with going to an isolated, abandoned house that ostensibly was a murder scene, and
hanging out
and putting on a sexy dress that some stranger told you to.
Barring the sexy dress,
putting yourself
going
prone
to some
on the
murder
ground
scene in an abandoned house is kind of my idea of a great time. Like, that sounds really fun.
Well,
but I get it. I'm not a woman. I don't understand what it's like to be, worried about being assaulted everywhere.
If it was me, Bryce Hansen, 6'1" male, I would go to the house and put on the sexy dress and lay prone on the ground. Like, I wouldn't have no problem.
She makes like $6,000 that night.
Right.
She makes like, it's up to like 6,400. And so now she has like 12 grand, I think. What was the note here? What was the next note? Because I thought this was the point that she didn't hear from him, but I don't remember.
It kind of is. He says like,
We're
the game will continue,
now.
or you'll hear from me. Wait, something like that.
Okay, yeah. So that she doesn't hear from him, and she kind of starts going a little crazy, not hearing from him, and so I think that she starts writing on herself, right? Is that what happens? Or does he write on her first? He writes on her first. He writes on her first.
With words written on her. I don't remember exactly the flow of the words, but.
And I really liked the scenes where she was like waiting to hear from him, because like obviously this is really weird and any normal person like wouldn't keep going, but she wants this money and you just get this greed and you need this. And so these scenes, like her loneliness and like sadness is really encapsulated by like she is just going to work and then like playing Silent Hill, but it's just like what's behind Max. Like it's just her running through the fog of playing Silent Hill. And she tells Brace at the beginning, like she's like, I just play video games every day. Like that's all I do. And she just is in this one spot in Silent Hill, the first Silent Hill, 1999, where you just run through the fog forever. Like she doesn't do anything else. And I really think that is like a good encapsulation of like the mood and the vibe. I really liked that edition. I also love Silent Hill, so it was great. But yeah, so after she like wakes up and he has written on her with lipstick that she owns, and that is like where you're kind of like, oh my God, he's like in her house. Like he can get in her house, and like she locks her doors and her windows, like she doesn't leave anything open. And so when he's like coming in her house, she's not really scared. She's more like intrigued by it. And so she decides that night she's going to write on herself, like write a message to him. And like she locks all of her doors and like puts flour everywhere to see like what his entry point was. And he cleans everything up when he comes in. He keeps writing on her. And then a little while, like this goes on, this back and forth. She's like, he says something like, miss me. And she's like, when are you going to give me a game again or whatever? And then you see him, we get to see him for the first time, which it's like this like leather bound mask wearing like freakazoid basically.
No, he's in a GIMP makeup, but I don't think it's actually the guy.
Yeah, I don't think that was the master of games. I think that was just another like servant.
Was that the guy that comes back later?
That's the
No.
guy
I think
at the
I think
end
it was a
in like
girl,
the
actually.
four-wheeler.
That's okay. So it wasn't actually the Master of Games. It was another. Yeah. Okay. Okay. You're right. But he does drug her. This guy. So that's how we know that she's been able to like get written on without remembering it, is because she's getting stabbed with some sort of sleep agent or whatever. But she does record. She borrows a camera from the library and records it. So she does see him. She does think this is the Master of Games though. So like we're led to think that that's the Master of Games as well until we get later on in the movie. But that's a really creepy scene. I think it's really scary because you're like, wait, are we gonna see him? We're gonna see him, and then it's just like this gimp guy walks in. And you're like, what? Wakes her up and stabs her with a needle. I thought it was crazy. And then this kind of is like gets the ball rolling for the rest of the movie, which just devolves into like just like sadistic shit, basically.
Yeah, the biggest turning point is really the house that she goes to. She walks in and like goes into rooms, and there are just these women who are like
Yeah, the thing that we
kidnapped
didn't mention so far was there was a bookstore employee that got kidnapped just randomly in one scene, and I was very confused because I didn't know if that was Jane or not because
I also thought it was Jane.
240p.
But no, it's Gail. It's Gail.
And it's just this other person that got kidnapped, and it was in the news. And so she goes to this house, and one of the people in it is that bookstore employee. But go ahead, Max.
Yeah, well, there's I think like 4 women in this house. 2 of them are savable because they seem to have a clear head and most of their body parts. The other 2 are too far gone. One of them is literally eating her own arm, and when asked to leave, she's like, "No, we don't leave. We stay here."
She also only has one leg.
Yeah. The other person, I was a little confused on her situation, but she was in a suitcase, I think, with her head poking out or something like that.
Yeah, I think that's what's implied, is that her legs and arms were cut off.
Yeah. Yeah. So before this event though, the next thing that he has her do is like go, like another riddle, go find something in a cemetery, like whatever. And it ends up like she has this gun that she got from him, but there ends up like the next note is inside of this car that has like this scary big dog in it. And she forgets to take the safety off of the gun and tries to kill this dog, but the dog bites her and like really fucking like, gets her good. And she just like takes it. She doesn't even care. She takes the fucking next thing with the next note leading her to this house. And she does get a little scared. And that's like when she like calls her mom and stuff, or her mom calls her, and like she gets a little scared, and she's just like, you know what, this next one's gonna be the last one. And then that's when she ends up going into the house of horrors, like and the way that she behaves here is so interesting because she's not like scared. Like I don't know if she was supposed to play scared, but she's not. You don't feel scared. I don't know.
This was her James Bond moment for sure.
Yeah. For real. She was just kind of like, I gotta find Gail. She finds Gail. She finds the note. There's a note behind Gail. And then she's just like, yeah, whatever. And she's like, who else can we save? Okay, let's get the pregnant woman, whatever. The other 2 girls she already saw, and she was like, you guys are obviously fucked up as fuck. And then she's like, who did this to you? And she was like, there are 3 guys, and they sit in this room and watch like these movies. When the movie happened, it was so shocking. Like it was like whole big screen. And I was like, wait, what's going on? What is this? I really liked that editing choice of putting that movie because I was like, wait, are we just like in some like Wonderland now? And I love that she just like murks these dudes. Like she just unabashedly like just, yeah, this is creepy. It was scary. I thought that's what she was seeing in the room.
Yeah, I thought it was like some kind of portal to another like crazy dimension. And it's like,
Yeah,
oh
so
no,
I
it's just
was
a
like,
TV.
What is she seeing?
Yeah,
And
this
then,
is one of the best scenes.
Yeah.
it really is. It's great.
Yeah, but she walks in and
she-
just shoots them all in the head. And
And
I
then-
love that they're just all sitting in their underwear watching this movie.
Yeah, and she shoots them like a bunch of times after she kills them too. And then she's like so stone faced. Like that's the whole thing, is like she's freaked out, but she's so stone faced for all of this. And I'm like, what the fuck? So she gets the women to freedom, but then she goes back in the house to kill them.
Mhm.
Comes back, gets the women to brings them home, whatever. And then she's like, okay, I'm fucked. I need to, like, she calls Brace. She's like, can I stay with you? And she won't tell him what she's done and all that. She's just like, you'll see it on the news. And he's like, what do you mean by that? She's like, you'll see it on the news. Don't worry. I did something bad. And
doesn't she
then-
call Brace before she goes to the house? She's like, hey, you want to do something later? And then proceeds to go to the House of Horrors, and then comes back and he's like, so what's going on? It's like, nothing. Just killed some people.
Yeah, I think that she knew that this was going to be bad after the dog bite thing. Like she was like, this is just getting worse and worse. And then her and Brace like just take off. Like she's like, we gotta go. And so they drive and oh no, that was it. That was the next day. Because this night is when she gets carved into at Brace's house.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little frustrated with these characters because when she gets there, she's like, we have to stay up all night. Like, he's gonna get me if we fall asleep. And then it just cuts to them asleep. And the same thing happens the next night. Like, they can't pull one all-nighter.
Yeah. I think at the end, the guy in the
He's drugging
four-wheeler,
them.
I think the guy in the four-wheeler mentioned something about gas, if I remember correctly. So like, I think they're
Oh.
gassing them.
Well, you saw the okay. So when she is in her room and we first see the gimp guy, like way before this, there through the window you see there's a tube that just like gets like, and so yeah, he's been gassing them.
I must have missed that. Okay, that's a valid way to fall asleep then, getting absolutely
it was
gassed.
a tube. I get it now. I thought it was like, I thought it was a piece of stick or something.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Okay, so you can't. It's so hard to see what's going on.
It
Sometimes.
was a tube. Well, when he says gas later on, I connected it back. But
Okay.
we didn't even talk about when she's doing this back and forth with writing on her stomach, like with the lipstick. She wakes up one morning with a dildo inside of her.
Yeah.
That was crazy as fuck. Like at that point, you don't stop this. You just got violated.
I mean, that's the thing of
it says
that,
like "miss me" on it with a question mark. It's like this fucking 7-inch dildo inside of her that she wakes up. So gross. So gross.
No, it's probably like a 9-inch dildo if I'm being honest, but
It's okay.
yeah, that's the question. Is her reactions to this stuff are so muted and so like obviously she's into it and she's like bought in and she's super curious and adventurous about what comes next. But at that point, you would think she would freak the fuck out that, you know, she was sexually violated.
She takes a long shower after that. I remember.
Yeah, but you know, I feel like you would toss the dildo. You'd be like, Jesus Christ, you know. I don't know.
She just needed a little R&R, rest and relaxation.
Like when she saw it, it looked like she was like, "Oh, you rascal."
Oh,
well,
games.
she definitely is into this in some level until she starts until the House of Horrors starts. Until she goes there, like she really likes this. She like digs this. I don't know.
How do you guys feel about Master of Games' initials being Mog?
Right.
Anytime he would write Mog, I was just like, damn, he's mogging her.
He really is though.
And so like after she tries to like, you know, escape or like get Brace involved for her protection, and then it's ramps up even more because, or wait, which one comes first? Like where she finds Brace does. Okay, so she goes to Brace, and then she wakes up carved up with the word obey in her stomach and bloody handprints on her tits, and like.
And then
that
he's
is
like,
the question. If
he's like, hello, what the fuck? Like,
yeah, the question is, could I play this clip and not get flagged because the resolution is so low that YouTube wouldn't be able to tell that there's tits?
It's crazy that there's nudity in this movie, yet it's on YouTube because the resolution is so low, and I guess painted handprints over the tits counts as clothing.
Don't play
I don't know.
Let's test it.
Don't play it, Bryce. Don't play it.
Are we going to get flagged?
Don't play it.
Bryce, why would you do that? Why would you even?
Because we're talking about getting flagged, and now the AI is going to think, and now we're going to get flagged. And then this movie's going to get taken down.
Aww.
All because of Sydney.
But you can't see anything. There's body painting on YouTube. You guys calling me a bitch.
Well, we don't.
Look at you little bitches.
I don't know why I keep getting roped into.
Don't.
I know you did. Max didn't call you a bitch.
I didn't call you a bitch.
I also didn't call you a bitch. I said you're bitchy.
Oh, okay.
That's different.
Completely different.
It is.
Sydney's on a tirade today.
Calling
Bryce a bitch, getting this movie taken down. Sydney, what
I got a song. I got a song taken down from Spotify once because it was. You're so fucking annoying. Like for real.
I'm actually worried for our channel.
Yeah, me too.
It's not going to be in the edit anyways. You're not going to include it.
No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to include it. I'm going to delete this whole section.
Yeah.
You do see Bush. He's right.
Awesome. Sorry, was I distracting?
Okay.
Go on, Sydney. What were you going to say?
Okay.
You see, that's the thing is if you added in post like a pixelator, could you tell that you added a pixelator
but
at
I'm
that
not
point?
going to do that.
I know. Well, you're not going to show it.
It's pretty clear. It's pretty clear what that was. Like, it's not like that was like really low quality. Like you could.
It is real low quality. That's the point I'm making. It's like a dark spot.
Oh my God. All right. So she gets carved into. They leave. They go to a motel. What really made me mad about this scene is that he's like, yes, I'm going to stay up all night and protect you while you sleep. And he sits with his back facing the door. Why would you sit there? Why would you sit in that seat? You would sit in the other seat so you're facing the door. I thought that was really not, he was not a good protector man.
He really goes out of his way to make it a cuck chair. I mean, he moves it pointing towards the bed.
Yeah. It was crazy. And then they like fall asleep. They both fall asleep eventually, and he gets, taken. And then she goes out with her gun and finds the gimp guy, and the gimp guy's like really creepy and weird. And he's like, Brace is in that bag. And then it's just like this big ass bag where like Brace is alive. I gassed him, but he's in that bag. And it's like, well, he's probably dead. Like, I'm going to say that he's probably dead if you shoved him in a bag. The bag doesn't look big enough to, properly fit a human body without him being dead. So I think the implication was that Brace was dead because she doesn't really.
Well, they cut his ears off too. They show that they cut his ears off already. So he's disfigured already.
Yeah. So that's cool. And she shoots this. She thinks this is the Master of Games. Like she 100% thinks that. And she shoots this guy and she kills him. And then she's like, fuck. And then she tries to get Brace. But we don't see what happens, and then it just like hard cuts, and it's probably a long time later, and she's putting someone is putting a note on someone's window or in someone's house that says like their name on it, and the guy finds it and he's looking around and whatever, and then you find out that it's
this
her.
Ending is so confusing. I rewatched it, and I couldn't make no sense of it, because after she kills the guy in the 4-wheeler, there's like a hairy head that appears and looks like it's reaching out for her as she's getting out, and then someone approaches her with a double-headed axe as she's walking away.
Yeah. So
and then it shows the ridiculously like, this is the most student film part of this movie. Is this actually a guy or a woman with a
it's someone
ridiculously fake mustache?
with a fake makeup on? Who cares?
Hello?
That is a woman with a mustache.
Yeah.
And
That's
so
funny.
And so that guy, nameless guy, gets left a message, and it's
sure it said
Jane
Tom.
that leaves
Pretty sure
it.
it said Tom on
Yeah, Thomas. So it's Jane. Jane survives, and it shows her like in this luxurious New York apartment, like still just doing the Master of Games bidding for money, and she doesn't even care about the money anymore.
Yeah.
Like that's the end of the movie. But
she said she has obey written all over her body.
Right. But this part, let me try to pull it up. Let me see if I can pull it up and see if you...
I love that you're playing the whole fucking movie on this. Like, can we just talk about it like we do with normal movies? Like, why do you have to play it?
So there's this head. What is that?
What do you mean, what is that? That's the Master of Games.
No, guys.
Yeah, what is that?
Can I? Okay, look. She shoots the guy, right?
And then
he is not the Master of Games.
The guy that she shoots. Okay.
Max is trying to explain it.
Yeah, can you stop?
This is the guy that she just shot.
Let Max talk. Stop.
That's his face. Okay, go ahead.
She shoots him, but she does not kill him, because we see him reaching up from the spot he just fell and picking up the axe and walking over and hitting her with the axe. Now, she doesn't die. Neither of them die.
No,
The
I'm going to
Master
play
of
it.
Games is not in this movie, by the way. I don't know why we keep referring to this guy as the
I'm
Master of
going to
Games. He's
play
not.
it. I'm going to show you. Okay. This is the guy that she just shot in the head. This is Jane kicking his head to make sure he's dead. And then it cuts to this guy.
It's a different guy.
I've got to say, I don't even know what I'm looking at when you show this.
It's a different guy.
You said
It's a
head.
different
I don't know
guy.
what that is.
This is
It's
a guy
it's a
mostly
different guy.
bald
He
with
was
like
he was
wispy
under
hair.
a car. It's a different guy under a car.
Mostly bald.
This is
with
the guy
wispy hair?
reaching
What
up.
Yeah, this is a different side of the car. This is not.
Okay, you may be right,
Yeah.
but
So that's probably the Master of Games. But what's the point of like showing him attacking her with an axe? Or is that just like...
I don't know. He's knocking her out, and then it's like, oh, is she
how do
dead?
you knock
and then
someone out with an axe to the head?
I don't know.
Did he
It's
use the
confusing.
blunt side?
I feel like they should have either ended the movie after the axe or not had that part in it at all. Just skip forward to Thomas getting a note.
I mean, I guess we would have to read the book to know what actually happens, but I think it's supposed to be muddy. Like, I
Well,
don't know.
spoilers. I think in the book, the Master of Games is a vampire.
That's stupid. So I'm glad they changed that because that's dumb.
How did you find that out?
I was just reading comments under the video, and people were like, "Oh, I mean, I think it's ambiguous. It doesn't come out and say he's a vampire, but I think it's like kind of implied." I don't love the resolution of this movie. I don't love how it ends.
Bold.
The ending. I thought you meant like the
actual resolution.
like 240p. I wasn't a fan of the resolution either.
Why?
It feels like it was really ramping up the entire movie. Like it just keeps getting darker and darker and more intense. And then it kind of just like halts right there at the end and then skips forward like a couple years and shows that, yeah, she's still trapped. She's still doing the game.
Well, you see her as trapped. I see her as she's doing this. I think she wants to.
I think it makes a point that she's just dead inside at this point. Like,
Yeah.
She has a obey. I think it's tattooed on her. I think obey.
Yeah.
The word
Yeah,
obey is
probably.
tattooed over 90% of her body, and she takes the money, the envelope with the money, and tosses it in a room onto a pile of envelopes with money. She doesn't even want the money anymore.
yeah.
I think it just plays into like the like capitalism, like late stage capitalism kind of shit, where it's like you're just gonna keep going. Like you have no, like you're a cog in the machine, and there's no other choice. Like
Yeah.
I that's kind of how I saw it. Where it's like, yeah, we need this money, and like you even reach a point where you don't need the money anymore. But it's like, how are you gonna stop when this is the only thing you've ever known? This is the only thing you've ever been a part of. Like, so
Yeah. Faceless billionaires have control over you, and there's nothing you can do about it other than submit.
And they could be a vampire. You never know.
And they could be a vampire.
that's true.
What a film.
Bryce played the entire movie while we fucking reviewed it.
No, it's great. Like, there's no possible way it's going to get flagged because there's no way
But you
that
keep
this is.
saying that, and then it means that it's gonna get flagged and it's gonna get taken down.
I'm pretty sure the more we talk about getting
Yeah.
flagged, the more the AI
Flagged.
is going to be like,
You're really pissing me
Flagged.
off, Bryce. I'm really
Flagged.
mad. I'm actually mad because
YouTube
I like
flag.
this movie, and I want people to watch it, and so does Suki. We want people to watch it, and
just so the YouTube AI knows, we broke many copyright and rules of
Fucking
engagement,
Jesus Christ.
YouTube laws. So
That's great.
I feel like that's. I mean, if you show a YouTube video on YouTube, is that really copyright infringement?
Yes, it is. We've gotten it before. We've it's literally happened to us before because of you. So don't do it.
Oh no, we didn't get $2 from the video.
Oh my, you are so
I think
negative.
I think it also limits the people it's going to show it to. I don't think it just takes off monetization. It won't advertise your video. Not that we
Yeah.
get much YouTube algorithm advertisement anyways, but
Also, two people commented on my Letterboxd review, like, "Oh, I'm definitely gonna watch this now that you've reviewed it. It's been on my list for a while, so I really want people to be able to watch it."
I posit that it will not get flagged.
Okay.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm just saying, whatever technology it uses to scan and see if copyrighted material is in the movie, there's no possible way that this movie is in its database or the quality of this video would be able to be recognized by YouTube.
There are also
I
two.
I
ahead.
posit in Vietnam, the U.S. government tried to pacify the country.
Yeah. Flesh portals or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of flesh portals, Silent Hill is kind of like that too. It all comes around. All right, so we wanted to talk about who we would want to put in this
Do we?
movie.
Yeah.
Do we want to do that?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Obviously, we're casting Sydney Sweeney.
So are we gonna say this
And
is
Pedro Pascal.
yeah, Sydney Sweeney. I mean, I feel like an obvious choice for Jane would be Aubrey Plaza.
Oh, that would have killed. This movie
Yeah.
would have done numbers if Aubrey Plaza was Jane.
Aubrey Plaza. Let's see. Mark Ruffalo as Brace.
These are actually good polls.
Like
so
Mark
random.
Ruffalo would be a great Brace. Probably. I mean, the age difference is a little odd, but
Well,
you know,
Mark
it's
Ruffalo from
Hollywood.
his heartthrob era.
Yeah, like 13 going on 30 vibes.
Yeah.
Let's say a Mark Ruffalo type. You need someone that's like harmless,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but also somehow sexy.
You know who would be a good harmless but sexy? Tyreek Withers from Him. Like, I think he would be a good, like, I think he's a very sweet little, whatever.
He might be too
Yeah.
sexy to play
He is really hot.
Yeah, I think he's too sexy.
He's super hot.
No, there's plenty of kind of semi-ugly white guys right now that could play it.
Semi-ugly white guy.
What about what's his name? This guy might be too old. What about Miles Teller?
I don't like him really.
Hmm.
I don't vibe with him.
Um,
I don't vibe
So
with
we're
his
not going to
aura.
cast Pedro Pascal.
He's a little old, right?
too many things. What's a young people movie? What's a
Oh, I've got
what
it.
What are the
What's
kids
that
watching?
guy? What's that guy who looks like a rat and he's really tall and all the ladies love him?
That sounds like every Hollywood actor right now. Timothy Chalamet.
No, uglier,
looks like
Uglier?
a rat.
but dated more famous women.
What was? Oh,
Pete Davidson.
Pete Davidson?
There we go.
No,
That wouldn't actually be bad. That wouldn't be terrible.
He was in Bodies, Bodies, Bodies.
Yeah.
So
Who
Let's
else
get
was
the
in
horror
Bodies?
Rachel Sennett. She wouldn't be good. She's too funny. Ayo Debris would be good in this, I think. I love her. Boston Strong, Ayo. She's from here.
Okay, so now are we shooting this? Are we shooting this in 280p or?
No, it's going to be a full
No, but I think this
8K.
This would work
IMAX.
on digital though. Like this would work filmed on digital, like Inland Empire works filmed on digital. Like it works in the lower quality. I don't know.
No, we're gonna do it high
keep
quality.
the aspect ratio that's basically a block. The Instagram aspect ratio.
No, we're going to do it IMAX quality. We're going to shoot it on IMAX film.
We could get Christopher Nolan in this bitch and shoot this movie.
Let's see who's. Ooh, how about Connor O'Malley as Brace?
Oh,
no,
that's
he's
a dead
too
ringer.
funny. Oh my god. It's too funny.
He was in Bodies.
Oh yeah,
okay.
right at the end. That's funny. He
Okay,
was in that
director.
movie.
Who's the director?
You see, I gave this movie a perfect score, so I loved it. So I wouldn't want anyone else to make it. I think it just works.
I still think David Fincher would be great. Another one, if he probably too late to do it, but Brian De Palma would be fantastic with this material.
He's so good. He's
Francis
like might
Ford
be the greatest
Coppola.
director. No,
What did Max say?
Francis Ford Coppola.
Uh-huh.
After Megalopolis, I'm not letting him. No, that movie. I give Megalopolis 5 stars because it was the worst movie I've ever seen. That it was so impressive, that it was so bad, that it was so good. Do you know what I mean? Like the impressivity to make such a bad movie made it so great for me to watch. Aubrey Plaza's in that. Megalopolis. I don't know.
What are
I-
some
the master
modern
of
noir
games.
movies?
In our our version.
Tom Ford. Tom Ford would be a great director for this.
What about Tom Six?
Or
Tom Ford, like the fashion designer?
and director.
What has he made?
He made Nocturnal Animals
Oh my God, he did. I love that movie.
and A Single Man.
I've never seen that, but I love Nocturnal Animals.
They're both fantastic.
Hold on.
You know what? I wouldn't change this movie though. Like I really wouldn't. And I think you saying like David Fincher should direct this,
up.
it would make it a whole different movie, you know?
That's what we're
Yeah, it
doing.
would be
We're
a
making
better
whole different
movie.
movie here. Okay.
That was interesting to watch.
And then we actually show the master of games. We give him screen time. We make him this guy. Remember in the monkey when they tried to pass this guy off as the nerd?
Yeah, and he's like wicked
Because he had
hot
glasses,
and sexy
but he's like
and
a
tall,
hunk.
and he's ripped. He's like such a fucking loser. Theo James, such a loser. Like, yeah, okay. You see his dick in White Lotus.
Oh yeah, that's right. You do.
Are we sure it wasn't a prosthetic?
It probably was, but it was fun. Either way. He's really hot.
Coen Brothers would be good.
Mm. They don't do
Okay, how about a
horror.
cinematographer? Who would be a good cinematographer for this?
I don't know a single cinematographer at all.
Me. The one who does Martin Scorsese's, what's her name? Thelma something.
Hmm.
She's good.
Who do we want to be the casting director?
Tom Cruise.
Who did the girl with the dragon tattoo?
David Fincher? No. Was it?
Well, yeah,
Yes,
David
it
Fincher
was.
did that, but I'm talking about the crew. Come on, guys. You guys don't know any cinematographers?
I had never seen that movie before, and when I was dating one of my ex-girlfriends, I put that movie on in the background while we
Bad
did
choice.
stuff. And then I saw it happening, and then I said, mute. I like grabbed the remote. Like, she didn't even notice. It was perfect. It was a bad choice. It's a bad choice.
Jeff Cronenweth?
Yes.
He did Gone Girl, Social Network, Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, and Fight Club.
That's not the same vibe as this movie, though.
Mike Flanagan.
It's a modern noir. It is the same vibe. It's a
I'm
noir
just saying
thriller.
all the names that I know.
All right.
Toby Hooper.
Sydney, I thought you were pretentious. You're disappointing me with this game, to be honest.
Because
thought
I wouldn't change this movie.
Hey, Bryce, you know, you're coming across a little bitchy.
All right. For makeup department, I would choose Matthias Berg, of course.
A fan favorite.
Of course.
All right, let's move on. All right, this game. I'm the only one playing this game, by the way.
I played. I gave you Pedro Pascal
It's Sydney Sweeney.
and Sydney Sweeney.
That would make it a very different movie if it was Sydney Sweeney.
That's a
Probably
joke,
not.
though. I'm so tired of seeing Sydney Sweeney in things.
It'd be bad.
I
if
don't think
not-
she's a good actress.
She's really not great. She's really not great. She was
But
good
she
in
has good genes.
reality, but all right. That was this episode. I hope you guys watch this movie. Don't be discouraged. It was good. I promise. I really loved it. And if you have tastes like me, if your tastes align with my tastes as a listener, then you will like it. If yours aligns with Bryce's taste, you won't like it. If yours aligns with Max's taste, you'll be kind of middle about it. So
This is more than a hidden gem. This is like a buried gem inside a restricted zone. This is like a
which I
restricted
think is
buried
fun.
gem.
This is the thrill of finding a movie like this adds to my score a bit. Like, it makes it more fun to watch because I'm like, damn, no one's ever seen this movie before. Like, this is crazy. But yeah, I hope it doesn't get taken down from YouTube by the time that this episode is posted and you guys can watch it. But there are two different versions on YouTube. They're the same. But so if the one that we're showing shit from gets taken down, there is another one. So, but I doubt that will happen.
Next week, we should review something that has like 100 views on YouTube.
We gotta find it. Dude. But happy spooky season. Thanks for listening. Call in 682-253-4468. We love you guys. Bye.
Good day, sir. Good day, sir. You lose. You get nothing.
Little Max.
I just had to stroll through the scraggly woods.
He had no face.
Horror.
Wow, that didn't sound good.